Fam, what's up guys? Welcome back to a brand new Welcome back to a brand new AskJT. Guys, we're gonna hop right into this Q&A. No bullshit, no intros. Let's hop in it.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Alright, fam. Question 1 from my good friend, Alton Aki Big Papa. The fuck? AKA Big Papa. Man, I am dyslexic. AskJT, do you think we'll go to World War III with Russia and China? If so, will they send me back to the fleet?
When my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night.
Alright, now before I get to your first question, I'm gonna start with your last question. Will they send me back to the fleet? Now, a lot of you guys know I joined in 2000. I depped in 2009, went off to boot camp in 2010. So I signed for 4 years active duty and then 4 years reserve. So it's an 8-year total contract. So I did my 4 years, 2010 to 2014. I did active reserve from 2014 and 2015. And now these past 2 years I've been in college on my GI Bill. So no, they cannot send me back because I am literally just about to hit my 8-year total obligation. Right now I'm in inactive ready reserves. So technically, yeah, I guess if there's like a crazy, if some crazy shit happens in the next 2 months, then yeah, you might be saying, your boy's going off. JT's gonna get some Nava the Beast footage, man, some first person shit. Oh, but yeah, guys, I'm pretty much at this point done. There's like a 0.001% chance that they would bring me back. Like, it's not happening. I'm free. Now, do I think we'll go to World War III with Russia and China? Now, obviously China is I don't like to get very overly political in these vlogs, in these Q&As, but, you know, China is one of our biggest trade partner, man. If China's fucked, we're fucked. If we're fucked, China's fucked. We rely on each other. So no, we're not going to go to war with China, but Russia, Putin, who knows what Putin will do? All I'm telling you guys is Russia is fucked, man. NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, all the countries that teamed up with America, we have so much territory we control. If you look at a map of Russia, we know where they're gonna go. Russia can't do shit. Putin cannot take a dump without us knowing it. But yeah, no, to answer your question, I'm not worried about going to war with Russia or China. Not at all. Alright, second question from my girl, Ariana. She says, hey JT, the videos are great, man. My question is about A school. So after graduation, do you get assigned a roommate for A school? Or do you just get to A school and find someone there? Do you get to pick a roommate? Alright, so you asked your question in 3 ways, but I get it. Do you get to pick a roommate? Now, no. I've had a plethora of Navy roommates. I had a couple of roommates in Pensacola. I had a couple of roommates in Jacksonville. I had roommates in San Diego. I had roommates in Japan. I had roommates on the boat. So you're going to experience in the military roommates that, you know, you have no control. You're just going to be put with these people. Now, some of them are going to be really good. Some of these people are going to be awesome. Some of these people you might hate. I've had experiences on both ends of the spectrum, and it's definitely made me appreciative of having my own place now, and you know, being out of the military. It's nice, man, that I don't have to deal with a roommate situation, because I did my 4 years. I was in the barracks the whole time. I'd made E5 my 3rd year in, you know, right under 3 years, and I could have gone out in town in Japan, and I could have got a place out in town for like 4 months. But it was such a big fucking hassle with all the paperwork, especially because I wasn't married, that it would have took 3 months just for the paperwork to get through. Then I would have only been out in town for 2 months, and then I was going back to the States. Just try to keep an open mind, and if shit really, you know, if they're really fucking up, then you can go to your barracks, your BEQ coordinator. There's an LPO, a leading petty officer that's in charge of each barracks, pretty much. Go to them, and yeah, I've seen people get different roommates. You know, you're able to, if someone's a really bad dirtbag, shitbag, you'll be able to get a new roommate, or they'll swap you out. They'll fix it if it's a bad situation. Jimmy says, how often does someone get hurt on the flight deck? Now, yes, the flight deck is one of the most dangerous places in the world. It's one of the most, it's up there with crab fishermen. No, it's not death toll wise. That's number 1. But it's definitely, if you Google that shit, the flight deck operations is up there on the list. Definitely in the top 10 of dangerous places. Now, you guys have seen, I'm sure, the wires that have snapped, you know, the arresting gear wires. Those have potential to snap, and those will take people out. Those have killed people. There's people, you can get blown off the ship, you know, by a jet exhaust, or you can just fall off. You can get run over. You can get chopped up by a propeller. You can get chopped by a helicopter prop, by a fucking Greyhound prop. So it's definitely a dangerous place, but you will be trained to a fucking T. As a flight deck trainee, don't worry, man. You will know everywhere to go, where you're not supposed to go, what lines you can't cross, what lines you can cross. They will set you up for success. I never saw personally, I only saw one person get really fucked up, or twice. One girl in my squadron fell off the top of the helicopter, broke a vertebrae in her neck. She fell off she just slipped. She was climbing up to do a maintenance on the rotor head, slipped off, fell on an aircraft chain, broke her neck. But she's good now. Shout out to her if you're watching this. What up, 82? There was this other female that passed out on the flight deck. It was in the Persian Gulf. It was probably 120 degrees, no shade. We were up there for at least 4 or 5 hours at that time. She was running in chocks and chains. She was standing next to the aircraft waiting for me to do the hand signals so we can pull out and fucking lift up the bird. And she just dropped. Passed out right on the deck, dude. Had a medical emergency. She was severely dehydrated. I never saw anybody get killed, man. There was some shrapnel that blew up from a fucking F-18 tire when it landed on the flight deck. Pew! And that shit, like, I mean, I could have gotten hit by that, but it didn't get near me. It was like a couple feet that away. My boy Jonathan, he says, how often did you get to go on leave or go home for vacation? Now, this is good news. If you're stationed in a place that's close to your home, so I was stationed in San Diego. I'm from Corona. I'm from Corona, California. It's near like Riverside, San Bernardino, that kind of place. So it took me only about an hour and a half to go from San Diego to my hometown. So on the weekends, when I was stationed there, I could just drive up if I didn't have duty. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, hang out at home. Drive back for work Monday. So it's pretty fucking cool if you're near home. Now, if you're overseas, my second half when I was in the Navy, my last 2 years, I was living in Atsugi, Japan. I never went home. So that was the longest I'd ever been away from my family, almost 2 years. Just because my deployment rotation, I got to Japan. I was there for a couple months. Then I got deployed for 6 months, came back, and then I was going to get deployed again. So there's not, you don't really have time, man, to go back home unless it's like during Christmas and you want to spend the money on a plane ticket, or if you get lucky and you can get like a military hop on a military plane, but it's a 17-hour flight. Last question. This is a good one from my guy Fonzie. What is the best rack to get and how to get it on the ship? Now he's talking about the bunks on the ship. These racks, you will be first exposed to a rack in boot camp. Now it's different though. Now in boot camp, it's pretty much the same, like the space that you have. When you go to basic training, you'll keep all your belongings and all your shit under your bunk. There's little compartments in each one, right? So that's pretty much the same amount of space you'll have on the ship. Plus on the ship, you'll have a locker, a standing locker, but that's it. Now, the racks, though, on the ship are similar to boot camp, except you have another layer. In boot camp, it's only a double bunk bed. In the fleet, motherfucker, triple. We're stacked up triple high. But yeah, it's always a debatable question. What's the best bunk on deployment? You want the bottom, do you want the middle, or do you want the very top? It's personal preference, you know, from what I've seen. As a tall person, as a tall guy, I needed the fucking top because there was a lot of head space. I can, like, sit up and not have to worry about hitting my head. It was easier for me to climb in and out of my rack, so a lot of the shorter guys, they didn't want to like fucking have to monkey climb up that. So just me, I would just be able to like whoop, hop up on the third bunk. The second bunk is pretty good. A lot of the salty guys like the second layer because you're not like as exposed to the light and bullshit on the very top, and you're not exposed to all the dirt and shit on the floor on the bottom, so you kind of have that sweet spot in the middle. But I couldn't do the middle just because it was so, I felt really confined. And I had no space. I'm 6'4". I had to sleep like this. I couldn't spread my legs all the way out or else I'd hit the edge of the bunk. So you get used to it though. So it's personal preference. Some people like the bottom, some people like the middle, some people like the top. You'll see when you get onto the ship the vibe that you feel and kind of where you want. All right, fam. All right, guys, this is going to be wrapping up this episode of AskJT. Thank you so much for all the awesome questions, man. Make sure if you guys want to see your question featured in the next Q&A, leave it #AskJT, and hopefully I can get to it. Remember, it doesn't have to be military related. It can be about anything and everything. I know, on a serious note, though, thank you so much for all the support, guys. We're about to hit 30,000 subscribers, probably tonight. Next stop after 30K, 100K train. The 100K train is on. I'll be the conductor for this journey, and you guys just sit tight. I'll keep pushing out this content. We're on the daily video streak of 17 days, man. And you guys have been keeping me motivated. All the awesome comments, all the support, all the likes, and showing all the love. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.